Don't desert anyone, man, unless they're a total asshole. Hi, friends, it's Adam, that crippled cowboy guy. Thanks for watching my channel. Check out some more videos. Subscribe to it. I will continue to bring you my cool stories. That feeling that desertion brings is worse than I thought. Do your best not to desert people and things that are good at heart. I have a couple tricks that I do that have been helping me. I've talked about it before, but I do verbally give myself permission to be happy. That happens quite a bit now. The feelings that that kind of thought process brings on, they're borderline indescribable because they're so horrible. I know what it's like to wake up and not feel worth it, and that's one of the worst ones, when you kind of sit there and you realize you're incapable of certain abilities that maybe you once were. Everything changes. Some things are lessons, some things are blessings. You can even switch those things. I've had things that seemed like they were a lesson at first and turned out to be a blessing, and vice versa. There were some things that I really thought were a blessing but ended up being a valuable lesson. Personally, I think we have a lot of potential. Just because there are so many things in our brain and in our heart that we have not yet unlocked, and I'm on a mission to take a peek or unlock some of those abilities or areas or something like that. I mean, who really knows? I know out of all the people that I do know, most of the ones that are really good people kind of suffered the most. Maybe suffering makes good people. Who really knows? I've come to believe myself that severely suffering does kind of bring a level of empathy, I'll say. Not really sympathy, but like empathy. The ones that pay attention to it anyway. Because there's always that unconscious suffering where you just sit there and suffer, and you just suffer. You don't look for a solution. That might have something to do with facing your fears, I guess, something like that. I know since I've gotten sick, I've had to face a lot of fears, and I've had to move my brain and my heart into this, like, it's gonna be okay, man. You might not get any answers, Adam. And that's kind of what I wanted to put the shout out there, is that no matter how hard life is and how much we wonder and we want an answer and we need a direction, sometimes those things don't come. It's okay if you don't get any answers. I've noticed for myself that if bad news is coming, and I know bad news is coming, then I have to make sure I'm in a really good mood to accept that bad news. It almost makes no sense, but that's really how it is. I've noticed for myself that the worse my attitude is, the worse the bad news hits me, kind of like sets in. When you're disabled like I am, or you have something like what I have, you have to be careful with bad news. Bad news can exacerbate the bad stuff and make the ugly stuff even uglier. Those things that you don't really get answers for. I know a lot about that, and whether it's a relationship, a job, a situation you find yourself in, and it's going sour, you might not get any answers. You might get some answers, maybe not until later. You might not even get any. And you have to kind of, well, not you have to, that's bad for me to say. I kind of see what kind of mood I'm in. And if I know bad news is coming, I kind of preset myself to accept this bad news. And it basically means I have to be in a really good mood to accept the bad news. It sort of makes no sense to be in a bad mood and then accept the bad news on top of it. It's kind of like a double whammy. Thanks for watching my little video on me belly aching. Subscribe to the channel if you can. I will continue to bring these videos to you as long as I can, just to kind of let some people out there, let them know that they're not alone. I know what it's like to not be able to move and not be able to walk, and oh, my foot's got to go this way and I got to grab this with my hand, and life changes. And one thing I did learn is change is inevitable.